Guys, welcome back as always. My name is Leyzar and today we have something special. We're talking about a beast of a gaming chair, the M6 Ultra. And this thing is just insane. It comes with actual meaningful features such as cooling, heating, and believe it or not, even a massage function. But before we get into anything, bear in mind this has been sent by AutoFull and this is sponsored content. But all of my thoughts and opinions are 100% my own. First things first though, how was the unboxing experience? And I gotta tell you, I was a little bit worried, simply because the box did not arrive undamaged. But then again, that's par for the course for me and UPS, so there you go, your mileage may vary. But the good part is the chair was absolutely intact. Now this is where we give credit to AutoFull because they are using closed cell foam. I can't tell you how much more expensive this stuff is than the regular stuff, and I can't tell you how much more impactful it actually is by mitigating those actual impacts. So as you know, couriers might drop things intentionally or not intentionally, and your products might be damaged in transit. But if you're using closed cell foam for your packaging, you have a much better chance of customers receiving their products undamaged, like it was with the case of the M6 Ultra. And since we're talking about the unboxing experience, we gotta touch on the assembly process, and it was smooth and painless. You get huge instructions which are very easy to follow, and when it comes to quality and execution, you can always tell a quality product if the holes align properly or not. Can you thread the screws by hand easily without needing to torque them down? And I'm happy to report every single piece went on without a hitch. Kudos to AutoFull for doing such a fantastic job. Now, in case the instructions are not clear for you, even though they have a full and detailed video guide on how to put the thing together. It took me about 15-ish minutes to put the whole thing together, but at times I did use a power screwdriver. Not because I needed to, just because I wanted to make things go a bit quicker. You get everything you need to put the chair together inside the box. Now let me give you a full rundown of the M6 Ultra, starting at the headrest. But before you say anything, hold on. Does it come in black? Yes, of course, it comes in black, doesn't everything? The foam used here is memory foam. This is soft, plus you had no issues whatsoever getting comfortable with this one. And part of the reason is all the adjustments you can have with it. Let me show you the adjustments you got on this one. Take a look at that. You can extend it outwards a whole lot so you can get yourself proper neck support. Imagine that. And it does get fixed into place, and you can also put it back. So for example, you just want level 2, no problem whatsoever. If you're thinking about cleaning the headrest, nothing simpler. You got a little zipper down here. You can undo, the whole thing comes out and you can toss it in the washer. This is microfiber cloth. The whole seat is out of PU leather, but here you got microfiber. So if you had issues like, hey, hold on, I can't use neck pillows that are made out of PU leather because I get a little bit sweaty, this fixes that problem. Now that's not the only range of adjustment that you have. Of course, it can also go up and down, and I mean a lot of up and down. Basically, mostly anybody can get it into the right position, but hold on, it doesn't stop there. It actually can tilt in like this too, if you prefer a more snug fit. Now, if you're a gamer, you might have big headphones like this, so pinching yourself in like that, not the smartest of ideas, but again, you do have the option if you want that snug fit, or maybe you would like to take a nap. Going down to the lumbar support or the backrest, this one is on a spring. All you gotta do is undo the lever here, and it'll just pop out like that. Essentially, you lean back into it and then you release the lever to get yourself the best position you can. So essentially, it's not a ratchet with a set amount of points. Of course, that's not the only setting for the lumbar support. Down here, you also have this knob. Turning this will control the bulge of the lumbar support. Where exactly do you want it to sit? This will depend on user to user, but it's a very important feature. Usually, I keep it at the lowest position because this one also ties into one of the free major features of the chair, and I'm talking about the massage function. Can you hear that? Essentially right now this is vibrating. It's hard to say it's a very powerful massage feature, but it does vibrate, and depending on how you set the lumbar support, you can get a proper connection to your back. As with all the free features, you have 3 levels, level 1, level 2, and level 3. The second feature is the heating feature. Once again, we got level 1, 2, and 3. And since we're talking about the heating feature, there are 2 areas that get warm, even hot. On the left side and on the right side, these 2 areas right underneath your thighs. And I gotta be honest, My wife absolutely loves these features, but I know a lot of you guys will love the next feature even more. We're talking about the ventilation or cooling feature. You guys hear that? Now, it is a bit loud right now, but when you sit on it, when you cover the two fans, you'll have no issues. And just like the heating function, there are two locations, one here. I think it's about a 140 millimeter fan. That's the way that it feels. One in the back and one in the front. So gentlemen, both of your areas are covered. As for the strength of the fan, have a look. Basically, it keeps the little napkin elevated. That's how powerful these two fans are. Now, I don't really have any issues when it comes to sweating in these PU leather chairs, so usually if I'm gonna be using the ventilation function, I just keep it at 1 out of 3. Bear in mind, you cannot have ventilation and heating at the same time because that would make no sense, but you can have ventilation and massage function or heating and massage function. Now, if we go down to the lower part of the chair, you will find the next relevant feature, and yes, I'm talking about a built-in footrest, something that I've been looking forward to in gaming chairs for quite a while. All you gotta do is pull out, that's it, flip it, and you're done. Now you have somewhere to properly rest your feet. All you gotta do, pull the lever, lean back, and you're all set to maybe game on your mobile, maybe some console gaming, or watch your favorite show. Now, since we're down here, let's have a look at that tilt up and down mechanism. Essentially, all you can control is if the chair goes up or if it goes down. As for the base, this is the first base I had to actually put together. As for the casters, these are standard casters. I would still prefer rollerblade style casters because for hard floors such as these, I still believe those are better, but these do the job just fine. Now here's a trick. Have you ever seen armrests like these? Because this is my first time. You can control them from here, the usual up and down. But let me draw your attention to something a bit more important, the actual armrest itself. It's not overly tough, it does have some give to it, but I would have preferred if this one was a bit softer than it is. It cannot be removed, but it has an outstanding range of motion because essentially you can leave this one back, you can do a full turnaround, and of course, as per the usual, the front and the back. And you can put them like this. They're very comfortable, but they do have one issue. Many times I want to lean on one of my elbows and I go like so. It's not exactly the best of experiences, so in a future iteration I would love to see a possibility to lock these into place so they don't dip in and dip out. This is a good feature, especially if you want to do something like controller gaming. Yes, you put them like so and you're all good to go. More adjustability for armrest is always welcome, but a lock-in setting would be very useful on this specific design. Now I saved the back for last because in the back you will see the power source that you need to power those features. You didn't think it runs on gerbils, did you? Essentially you got a pouch here, and the pouch will be containing an external power brick, such as this one. You should bear in mind there is no power brick included with the actual chair, you gotta get one separately. This is a 20,000 milliamp power one that I paid $30, 30 euro, something of the sort, and it lasts me for 4 to 5 days without the need of recharging, and I just tuck it in like so. Now if you don't want to use an external power supply, that's also fine. You undo the USB like so, you can remove it from here, from this rubber grommet, and you can plug this directly into your computer and it will work just fine. I also tested it like this and I had no issues whatsoever. Now let's have a quick look at AutoFull's website to see what kind of purchasing options we got. And right now we are in the middle of a Black Friday sale and the discounts are pretty juicy. 30% off the AutoFull M6 Ultra White, which is basically what we had today. If you prefer it in black, you also have it like so. If you scroll down, you'll see all the details that I already outlined to you, all of the features that the chair has. Now, there are many options to the M6. This is not the only one. You also got the Pro, the Elite, the Basic, and you might be a bit confused as in, hold on, which does what? Which is the one that I want? They're not the same by any stretch of the imagination, not completely. What you want to do is take a look at this comparison to see exactly what has the features you're looking for and what doesn't. For example, if you don't care about the massage function, you can just go for the Pro. It's not exactly the same. Again, take some time and study these specifications and get the right one for you. Now, I don't know about you, but when I'm looking to purchase something, there are two major things that I care about: return policies and warranties. 3-year extended warranty. AutoFull provides full product responsibility for 3 years. Now, careful with the whole full product responsibility, because you will see a lot of companies saying, hey, we offer 5 years, 6 years, a gazillion years, but they don't really offer full responsibility. They just offer that warranty for the chassis of the chairs. You also get free shipping and 30-day returns. Now in Europe, this is actually above average, because normally in Europe we just get 14 days, so thumbs up for that one. And that's pretty much gonna do it for the AutoFull M6 Ultra. And if you couldn't tell by this point, I am really digging this chair. I love the features, actual meaningful features in a gaming chair. I'm talking about the ventilation, the heating in case you're living in a more of a cold climate, the vibration massage support, all welcome additions. Now, if I could have my cake and eat it too, I would make a couple of adjustments to the chair. First of all, I would put 2 strong motors for the massage support so you can get a bit more in there. As for the armrest, while I do dig the extra flexibility, I would love a locking feature so when I do this, it doesn't go down. Ideally, if we could lock these, that would be perfect. Also, if we could get a synchro tilt mechanism instead of the standard stuff, that would be fantastic. But all in all, this has a great range of adjustment, flexibility, and I love the features. It would also become my daily driver if my wife would actually let me have it. But she made very clear that this is her chair and one does not mess with a wife. As always, my name has been Leyzar. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, favorite, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. If you're interested in the M6 Ultra or any AutoFull M6, check the links in the description down below. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!